A game who is already going to face an uphill battle in sales to begin with because of how much backlash that modern Star Wars has currently found itself in. Star Wars Outlaws now thinks it's a great idea to lock the Jabba the Hutt missions behind a $110 version of the game. It's going to be a miracle if they can give this game away by the time it's ready to come out because of all of the nonsense that they have put out, because of all of the current status of the Star Wars and how this feels just like what should be a Han Solo story, which is a character you could easily use because you own all of the rights to him, instead to shove in a protagonist that once again has taken a beautiful body actress, a beautiful actual model that they have used for this character, and they've completely and totally uglified her to the nine. So not only are you going to get all of that kind of standard Star Wars backlash that you currently have because of Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, and everybody else over at Disney and Lucasfilm, you're also now going to get a lot of backlash because you have once again made a lot of content that nobody really wants, and you've uglified and give us some nasty, ugly character inside of video games once again. And there's a bunch of little weirdos out there that are currently crying out there on the internet right now. I've gotten one of my first trolls, one of the first ones I've gotten in a long time, who's out there giving me crap because of the fact that all of you woke psychopaths out there are completely and totally trying to destroy and devastate every single image and every single industry that you can get your hands on simply because of the fact that you are ugly and nasty on the inside and very likely ugly and nasty on the outside, because instead of taking the time to take care of yourself, maybe go to the gym, maybe eat a little bit less, put down a few of the Twinkies, start going out and getting absolutely blasted, hammered, wasted every night with all of your friends where you're blackout drunk, and then coping the next morning with a bunch of crazy ass pills that you've gotten overprescribed by your doctor, maybe, just maybe, you should be the ones that should go outside and touch a little grass. Maybe take sober October. Maybe do a dry out January. I don't know. Go camping. Because then maybe once again, you'll start to realize that there is beauty in nature, that there's natural beauty out there all over the world, and that you also will like looking at beautiful things once again. But no, we can't have that because you want the whole world to accept how hideous and nasty your lazy piece of shit ass actually is when it comes to all of this kind of nonsense. You want the world to accept your sloven, lazy, and ridiculously underperforming self, because you don't actually have any motivation to get up and do anything worthwhile to actually improve yourself or your status. You want everything given to you because of some kind of inane, insane, immutable characteristic that does not matter, or some kind of opinion you have on something that at the end of the day will end up all coming and crashing down before the end of the universe and the end of the world. So why does any of it really matter? Why are you taking everything so seriously? But, boys and girls, and what on top of all of that has to be one of the dumbest decisions of all time, a game, Star Wars Outlaws, that is getting absolutely ratioed and absolutely roasted by all of the Star Wars fans out there. Now, when you think they couldn't possibly get any dumber, Disney, Star Wars, and whoever the hell else is behind this ridiculous game is now going to force and lock behind the Jabba the Hutt missions behind a $110 version of the game. Boys and girls, outside of the most extreme Disney Star Wars simps out there, you know who in their ever-loving right mind is going to go out there and pay $110 for a game like this in the era now where everything comes out buggy as shit, half broken, and doesn't work on launch day. And you're going to expect us to spend $110 up front to get access to some missions that we don't know dick about and might only last for 5 seconds, just like your father and you in the bedroom? Well, I don't think any of us are interested like that. That's only going to last another 5 seconds and finish just like you in the bedroom? No. No one's going to pay that kind of insane money for that stuff, except for the absolute hardcore pixie duster sniffing Disney simps out there. And this is why this game is going to fail miserably. I've barely seen any trailers about this. I hardly know no information about this game whatsoever outside of the very limited stuff I've seen to glean from other people. What I do know is the current state of Disney Star Wars. What I do know is there are already massive complaints from fans out there about the uglification of another, what could potentially be, lovely character, or in this case, a model that is absolutely gorgeous that they based this chick on only to uglify her. And now you've made the dumbass move after already you've now got how many different versions of this game? When Star Wars Outlaws releases this summer, these sales numbers are going to be hilarious. The game will feature several iconic characters like Jabba the Hutt. We've known for almost a year now that players will be able to take jobs from the intergalactic gangster. But the game's official website has revealed that the option won't be available to all players. No, they've been teasing it for years and teasing it for a year, but no. You only get it if you pay the big bucks, boys and girls, because Disney doesn't want you broke-ass fans anymore. No, they only want the elite. How'd that work out with your Galactic Star Cruiser? It seems that Jabba's Gambit will be an exclusive mission available at launch for those that buy the game's Gold Edition or the Ultimate Edition. Those versions cost $110 and $130. The special edition of Hogwarts Legacy, which was the #1 selling game in 2023, the special edition of that, I think, was only like $80. I think it was $79.99. It was like $10 more. Maybe it was $20 more. So maybe it was $90. And you got basically everything. Absolutely everything. You got early access to a game that actually worked on launch date just fine. That we all enjoyed very much on launch date just fine. And you are asking people in the current economy that we have right now for $130 from a franchise that is officially and basically, for all intents and purposes, dead outside of the few successful video games you've had over the last couple of years. And you're asking people to shell out $130 to get access to something that should be included in what's probably going to be a super short game. Yeah. Don't really know. Don't know if Jabba's Gambit will be fully exclusive for those buyers or if it's a timed exclusive. It'll be available for purchase separately in the future. So no, there's no telling if you don't. There's no telling if you'll ever even be able to get it. No telling if you'll ever be able to get this if you don't pay them their $130 up front. No. And just like every other major gaming corporation that we've seen do this over the last few years, whether it be the studio behind our dear, sweet, and formerly beloved franchise Saints Row, who put out one completely and totally disastrous woke game and they failed miserably and are now no longer gone, or so many of the other ones that we've seen try to push this agenda like Sweet Baby Inc. that have had to crawl back in their holes now. No, ladies and gentlemen, although this won't, unfortunately, close Disney Lucasfilm in any way, shape, or form, this Star Wars game will end up costing them a lot of money. Mark it down on your calendars. I said it here right now. This game is going to cost them money. How much money? I'm not sure. Depends on the budget of this game. But I imagine if it's anything like their movie budgets, probably a couple of $100 million. At the bare minimum, this game is going to lose them tens of millions. Because unless word of mouth goes around that this is the bestest Star Wars game ever, from the get-go, this game is going to fail to launch. It is going to be DOA, and just like the Disney Marvel ridiculous game you put out, it will be shut down in a couple of years. The servers will be dead, and you will not even be able to buy it on Steam anymore. Mark my words. Unless word gets around, this game's going to fail miserably, and Disney has no one to blame but themselves. Oh, Star Wars, we knew you well.